Did you guys play Ender Lilies? That was the first one.
Zeke, did you
I think
play
I did.
Ender? Okay. Zeke's going to be the go-to guy here.
Yeah, Zeke's going to be your go-to guy here.
Yeah,
So
I played 7.5 hours of Ender Lilies.
Fantastic. So Ender Lilies was a great game.
Apparently it's free on Prime right now, by the way.
Metroidvania that is free on Prime right now. Yes. Ender Magnolia is the follow-up game that just got released, and it is fantastic. If you liked Ender Lilies, it is like a better version of Ender Lilies in pretty much every way. The combat is super clean. The concept of both games, is that you are like, in the first game you play a priestess. In this game you're called an attuner, but you essentially do the same sorts of things, which is you cleanse blight from creatures. And then those creatures within the story might choose to fight for you. So the mechanics are all based around the idea of you getting into scraps, but you personally aren't the one fighting. The creatures that are like joining you on your adventure are the ones fighting for you. So your loadout is you choosing 4 different creatures, monsters, whatever. In this game it's homunculi. That all have different fighting styles, and you can choose how you want to go into like different battles and things.
Okay.
It's fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous game. The first one, I think was really pretty and really nice, and had a really interesting like direction that they were going with their mechanics. And they really just said, okay, let's do that, but like way better. So, Ender Magnolia turned out fantastic. I 100% did it. Got both endings. It's great. I highly recommend it.
Okay, but how does it compare to Hollow Knight?
Yeah, what would you? That's exactly.
How does it
what
compare to Hollow Knight?
If you had to choose between this or Hollow Knight, what would you choose?
Right. If I was going to earnestly answer that question, vastly different mechanics. And not as much content. Hollow Knight has a ton of content.
Yeah.
So much like if you were somebody who played a ton of Binding of Isaac and then saw someone playing a rogue game and said, how does this compare to Binding of Isaac? You would say it's hard to compare them because Binding of Isaac has so much fucking shit to do in it, right? But it's great.
Cool.
If you're really into Metroidvanias, the exploration aspect of Metroidvanias, if you really like the whole process of like, I'm going to find everything on this map, I'm going to reveal every secret, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Both of these games are really good for that because they have this lovely quality of life thing that I am so into, which is that every room you go into, if you've found everything on the map, it'll change color, which apparently is also a Resident Evil thing.
That's a Metroid thing, right?
Is it? I don't remember that happening in Metroid.
Was that a Metroid thing?
Yeah, they would go from pink to blue or blue to pink.
Blue. Yeah.
Fantastic. It's that. They do that.
It's the best. Dude, that is the best. I love that stuff.
And
it's great.
Tell me something. Walking around, yeah.
In the rooms that you aren't complete with, does it give you any kind of hint as to what you haven't done?
No. So when you've been in that room and you move on to the next room, it'll be gray if you didn't find everything. If you've only been in part of the room, so say like you don't have an ability, you don't have a double jump yet, so you weren't able to get high enough in the room, the top part of the room will be like grayed out. That, that sort of a thing.
Gotcha.
No, but you know that if you just go back to that room and spend a little time in there, once you have all of the abilities and everything, that you'll be able to find what you're looking for,
Okay. A big problem I have with Metroidvanias like this, how obvious is it that you haven't explored a room fully? Or like, because in a lot of Metroidvanias, there will be just like a border around a room and then like a tiny section of not border. So that there's a door there, but you have to like really look at it to see like, is that a door that I haven't gone through yet?
Right. So I think modern Metroidvania is something that a lot of them are doing that is so nice, is if you come up to something that you can't progress through, there'll typically be a symbol on the map, like an X or something that's like, you don't bother. You can't get through this, right? When it comes to should I be able to jump up there right now, or do I need an ability to be able to jump up there right now? That sort of stuff. I don't think I can look at that neutrally anymore. You know, like
because you just know, you'll just be like, oh, I can't get there yet.
I kind of assume at this point.
Yeah.
But I do wonder if you don't play this genre of game very often and somebody's like, bro, you got to try this game. I do wonder whether or not somebody, you know, sees an item on a ledge and spends forever smacking their head against the wall trying to get that item, not realizing probably eventually I'm going to get a double jump or I'm going to get a rocket jump or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what that like newer player experience is like with a game like this, because I just kind of assume I have expectations, you know?